Better keep the tissues handy when you stream these tearjerkers. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 kids movies that make adults cry.
I'm sorry, Dad.
For this list, we're taking a look at films intended for a younger audience that still hit us right in the feels as adult viewers. Needless to say, spoilers ahead.
You are who you choose to be.
Number 10. All Dogs Go to Heaven. This is the story of Charlie B. Barkin, a dog from the wrong side of the tracks who gets killed but then receives a second chance at redemption.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Wait till you see.
What's that you have behind your back?
She's gonna be.
Charlie, don't wind that watch!
As if the initial murder of Charlie, who's voiced by Burt Reynolds, isn't sad enough, the story packs an emotional punch as Charlie and his best friend Itchy befriend an orphan girl named Anne-Marie.
This is not that kind of place for you, am I right?
Oh, well.
Well, let us take you away from all this. Where are your parents?
I'm an orphan.
What will follow are themes of heaven and hell, betrayal, and sacrifice, which on second thought seem a little heavy for a kids movie.
I'm using the girl. And when we're done with her, we'll dump her in an orphanage.
We're then forced to watch as Charlie, now redeemed, dies again.
Charlie, will I ever see you again?
Sure. Sure you will, kid. You know, goodbyes aren't forever.
Then, goodbye, Charlie. I love you.
Number 9. Inside Out. Any film that takes place inside the mind of a young girl going through the trials of moving away from home will be sad.
Here it is. Here's our new house. And maybe it's nice on the inside.
Add actual characters that represent the emotions of joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear, and you know you're in for an emotional roller coaster. Themes of abandonment and longing are also addressed in tear-jerking fashion in this story that shows the important role of sadness in our lives.
I know you don't want me to, but I miss home.
However, our vote for saddest scene has to be Bing Bong's sacrifice to get joy out of the memory dump. Number 8. Toy Story 3. Don't get us wrong, all of the films in the Toy Story series have their emotional moments. We're looking at that scene in the first one where Buzz realizes he's just a toy.
You are a toy, you can't fly!
And the Toy Story 2 montage of Jessie reminiscing over her past.
Because Emily was just the same. She was my whole world.
And who can forget the moment Woody bids Buzz a bittersweet farewell in Toy Story 4? But we can't think of a more emotional Toy Story than the third installment, which featured scenes like the toys holding each other close as they face their almost certain demise.
Buzz! What do we do?
Or the ending where Andy finally gives his toys away.
But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you. Ever. He'll be there for you, no matter what.
Number 7. Bridge to Terabithia. Based on the classic novel by Katherine Patterson, this faithful retelling still has us bawling every time we watch it. The film follows the budding friendship between a lonely boy and an imaginative girl who lives next door, as they build a fantasy world called Terabithia to play in.
Warriors.
Try dragonflies.
No, they're warriors. From the treetop provinces.
The real world, however, is not as fun and fancy-free as their make-believe one, as we watch the children in the film dealing with bullying and abusive family members.
Okay, that's enough.
Consider it a free lunch program, farmer boy.
All right, settle down.
To top it all off, near the end of the film, our protagonist is told that his best friend died by drowning in a creek.
Is it like the Bible says? Is she going to hell?
I don't know everything about God, but I do know he's not gonna send that little girl to hell.
Then I'm going to hell because it's all my fault.
Number 6. Up. We don't often award an entry to a film for primarily one sequence, but this is one of those movies that forces us to make an exception.
That's it! You can take us there in a blimp! Swear you'll take us! Cross your heart! Cross it! Cross your heart! Good, you promised. No backing out.
The film primarily focuses on the relationship between an aging widower and a zealous young wilderness explorer as they head for South America in a house attached to thousands of balloons.
Paradise Falls, a land lost in time.
You going to South America, Mr. Frederickson?
Don't touch that!
But for a movie stuffed with laughs galore, the opening scenes get us every time. We watch as Carl and Ellie Fredrickson grow up together, fall in love, can't have kids, and dream about visiting Paradise Falls before Ellie gets sick and dies. Number 5. The Lion King. It spawned a sequel, a prequel, a remake, a Broadway adaptation, several television series, and more.
Is that a challenge? I wouldn't dream of challenging you.
The success behind this winning kids flick, which even won several Academy Awards, has to be attributed to its compelling story, its inspiring music, and its emotional depth.
Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Yeah, sing it, kid.
Directors Roger Allers and Rob Minkoff do not shy away from delivering some hard-hitting scenes that still pack a punch on repeated viewings, most famously that of Mufasa's death.
Long live the king.
Many other scenes also have us reaching for the Kleenex, however, such as Mufasa communing with Simba from a starry night sky.
You are my son, and the one true king.
Number 4. Dumbo. Although it's the oldest movie on our list, it's by no means a lightweight in the tears department.
Jumbo? You mean Dumbo? Dumbo!
We're probably all familiar with the story of Dumbo, a little elephant who, despite being loved by his mother, is mocked for his exceedingly large ears.
Ain't that the funniest thing you ever saw? Look at his ears.
We can't help but well up when Dumbo's mother is imprisoned after defending her son, and, unable to see him face to face, can only entwine her trunk with his. We can see why the film is considered by some to be Disney's greatest, and is today viewed as one of the best animated films of all time.
Dumbo the Great!
Number 3. Coco. Any movie in which the characters traipse back and forth between the land of the living and the land of the dead is bound to trigger some tears. Set in Mexico, the film follows the young Miguel, who dreams of becoming a famous musician and must embark on an adventure across all realms to fulfill his dream.
Music's the only thing that makes me happy. And you want to take that away. You'll never understand.
The most touching moments in this Pixar film have to do with Coco, the family matriarch who loses her memories and eventually her life in this beautifully animated flick.
She's forgetting me.
Who?
My daughter.
She's the reason you wanted to cross the bridge.
I just wanted to see her again.
We're particularly thinking of the heartbreaking moment when Miguel sings softly to the dying Coco.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me.
Number 2. Bambi. There's happy crying and then there's ugly crying. This Disney classic has the power to elicit both types of tears. The film quickly has us invested in the life of Bambi, a little deer who's destined for great things, but starts off as vulnerable, playful, and very attached to his mother.
What you gonna call him?
Well, I think I'll call him Bambi.
Bambi. Yep, I guess I'll do all right.
Everything changes one fateful day during Bambi's first winter, when his mother is shot and killed by a hunter after trying to escape with her fawn.
We made it, Mother! Mother!
Although the movie is filled with breathtaking wonder and some charming comical scenes, it's this scene that forever scarred millions of young minds and still has us tearfully reaching for the phone to call Mom. I'm a mess. Alright, while I go collect myself, here are some honorable mentions before we get to a tragic tale of friendship I'm dreading having to talk about.
Dear sweet little foot, do you remember the way to the Great Valley?
I guess so.
Hero, I will always be with you.
Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight.
Wanna go tree climbing, Thomas J? His face hurts. And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. Put his glasses on.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Fox and the Hound. The competition was tough, and any number of the movies on our list could have taken the top spot. But there's just something about Copper the Hound Dog and Todd the Red Fox. This is a story of two friends who must choose between maintaining their close friendship despite a world that demands that they be sworn enemies.
Todd, I don't want to see you get killed.
Drag him down, boy!
I'll let you go this one time.
Right from the first scenes, depicting Todd as an orphaned fox adopted by a sweet old lady, to the final scenes where Todd defies all odds to save his estranged friend, and then gets saved from the gun being pointed at him by Copper, it seems as if every frame in this Disney movie is brimming with emotional moments.
Come on, Copper. Get out of the way.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.